Hello students. So this is the last topic of this chapter, matter. I have already made 9 videos inclusive of all the content. So the chapter matter in our surroundings, this is the last video for this. Apart from this, I will have some questionnaires videos which will help you understand the language of questions, as I have told earlier. So this video has very less to cover because it's the only topic which is given in the end, that is evaporation. I have taken it up. The most important things I have included in it, and rest apart I will explain you through question answers, right? So I will start. I told you when we were doing boiling or vaporization in the change of state of matter, what was boiling? Boiling was change of liquid into gas, right? Same when we boil water, that is what is boiling, right? The water is turned into water vapor. Okay, so the process of liquid turning into vapor, that we know is called as boiling only, right? But in evaporation, the only difference is it occurs below its boiling point. This means that for boiling to occur, you need to obtain a temperature. We studied that boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius, yes, but for evaporation to take place, there is no such condition. It can happen at room temperature also. So this is called as evaporation. Mostly it occurs at room temperature, but obviously if you increase the temperature, if you provide temperature to it, if you lower the pressure, it will obviously get faster. Okay, but normally it gets conducted at room temperature, whereas boiling or vaporization does not. They require special attempt to heat. Okay, this is what I have explained, that how is it different from vaporization. That vaporization occurs at boiling point, while evaporation occurs as normal room temperature also. Some particles of liquid have high kinetic energy which breaks and bonds faster and thus turn into gases. Okay, the particles of liquid, now you might be wondering, no, that how can this happen, that in a same liquid evaporation can also occur and vaporization can also occur. That is an explanation to this. There are millions of particles in that particular liquid. In amongst those particles, there are some liquid particles which already have a lot of kinetic energy, right? So without any need of temperature, without any need of heat, those particles, they attain very high kinetic energy. They breaks the bond easily and turn into gases. They switch on to gases, and that is how evaporation takes place, because those particles, they do not require any external heat. They themselves have so much kinetic energy captured in them that they quickly attain the boiling stage. It is just same like in a classroom of 50 students, there are 10 such students which are extremely intelligent and catch up with the topics very easily, while rest 40 take some time to get adjusted to that topic, right? Similarly state here, amongst those so many particles, there are some particles which are already having a kinetic energy, and thus they turn into gases without the require of energy. Those particles which get converted into vapors is called as evaporation. Now I hope you've understood what is evaporation. Now there are certain factors which affect evaporation. Okay, the first top factor which we will study is the temperature. That is very obvious, we've been studying the whole throughout. Okay, temperature means on increasing the temperature, obviously you tell me yourself, on increasing the temperature, kinetic energy will increase, heat will increase, movement increase, and thus evaporation will also increase, because the particles will attain quicker kinetic energy and get evaporated. Okay, so temperature is as simple and studied beforehand also. Okay, now coming on to surface area, rate of evaporation increases on increasing the surface area. Before understanding this example, I want to tell you, see, for example, there is a sunny day outside, you have two vessels, one you have a glass and the other you have an open bowl. You pour 50 ml of water in both of them, 50 ml in bowl, 50 ml in glass. You can do this experiment also. Okay, and there is a hot sunny day, you go out and keep it out both the vessels at the same time. Look at your watch, go outside. After exact 6 hours of your sunny day, you will see that the water which has been evaporated from the open bowl is more than the water that has evaporated from the glass, because the surface area of open bowl was more, and more surface area will always have more evaporation. The scientific theory behind this is more surface area will provide more area for the particles to move quickly, while in lesser space they will find difficulty in moving. This is very obvious. No, you can take it with the example of human beings also. They can run in, there is a lot of traffic outside nowadays. You might have seen in the metro cities, there are so wide roads, right? So there you can never see traffic jam, okay, because the roads are so wide. Even you have hundreds of cars, they will pass easily. On the other hand, there is a place where there are narrow roads. Will those 100 cars be able to pass through those narrow road at the same frequency? No, because the surface area on those narrow roads is lesser. So it will take more time. Thus, more the surface area, more the rate of evaporation. That is what is same happening. I have written 3 examples. Water in China dish, I have explained that only. China dish is also a type of open bowl only. Okay, this is the same example which I have given right now. Apart from that, wet clothes. Now you might have seen wet clothes when they are spread and hang. That means there is a rope, okay, where you have to hang clothes. There are 10 clothes and there is a single rope in one area. On the other hand, there are 3 ropes and the clothes are same. So where there are 3 ropes, you have spread clothes evenly. 3, 3, 4. Okay, 4 clothes in one rope, 3 clothes in one rope, 3 in one. Okay, while where you had only one rope, all the 10 clothes you have laid on the same rope. So what has happened? Surface area has decreased there. So the sunlight will not be able to give proper heat to all the particles due to lesser surface area. While where you have hang the clothes on 3 ropes, there they will attain more energy, more heat, more temperature, more movement, and thus they will get dry easily. So the point and concept is same. The surface area, if we will reduce, the evaporation will also get reduced. Wet roads, that also has the same point which I have explained you right now. Okay. Now moving on to the next part, which is humidity. This is very important to understand. Before I explain anything regarding humidity, I want to quote an example. Most of you might have been to beaches. Okay, so whenever you go to a place which is near a beach, you might have seen that you feel chipchipa, you feel stickypan. You feel like your skin is feeling sticky. एक चिपचिपापन होता है जो हमें feel होता है अपनी skin पे. Why is it so? And even when you are staying in northern region where there are no beaches as such found, you see that we figure out no such change. We only see such a change when monsoon is over. Immediately when monsoon is over, we have that chip wali garmi. We always say that this weather is horrible, everything is sticky. Why so? This is because normally also we sweat, but as the atmosphere which is surrounding us has normal amount of water vapor only, the sweat which we release from our body, it gets evaporated very easily. But in situations where that is after rain or in places where there are beaches, what happens is there is already a lot of water vapor in the air. Why? In beaches, it is because there is a lot of water on the ground, so it keeps on evaporating every now and then, and therefore the atmosphere already has a lot of water vapor, right? Similarly, here also when we are having already experienced monsoons, what has happened due to so much of rain in the past days, there has already been a lot of water vapor in the air, okay? So there is no need of more water vapor. Thus, the sweat which we release at that time is not evaporated properly in the air, because air is already having a lot of humidity. A lot of humidity means it is already having a lot of water vapor due to the presence of beaches and rains, right? So when it is already having a lot of water vapor or humidity, thus you can also say that humidity is nothing. Humidity is the amount of water vapor present in the air. When there is already a lot of humidity in the air, will it take our sweat? No. That is why that sweat is remained on our body only, and we always feel that stickiness. Okay, so thus When humidity is low, evaporation is faster. But if the humidity in the atmosphere is already high, the evaporation will not take place. So this is ulta. Surface area and temperature were directly proportional. More the temperature, more evaporation. More the surface area, more evaporation. But humidity, more the humidity, lesser the evaporation. Okay, I hope you have understood. Still, if you like have a little bit doubt also, you can ask me, because some children do get confused in this humidity topic. Even when I was a kid, I used to, though I have best tried explaining, but still if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Moving on to the next, wind speed. Now this is very obvious. You have always seen that when there is a windy day and you keep any wet thing outside, it gets dry very easily. That is why, because rate of evaporation is always fast with more of wind speed. Why is it so? More of wind speed will increase more the movement of particles along with it, and thus more the particles will move, more evaporation will take place. Therefore, clothes also dry quickly on a windy day. This is how what happens in the factors affecting evaporation. Cooling caused by evaporation. After evaporation, cooling occurs because the liquid that has evaporated has taken the latent heat of vaporization with heat. Now what happens जब evaporation हो जाती है, cooling occurs. The liquid that has evaporated has taken the latent heat of vaporization with it. Obviously हमने पढ़ा है कि जब कोई चीज़ evaporate होती है वो अपने साथ heat भी लेकर जाती है, तभी तो जो बचा हुआ region है वो cooler हो जाता है. You take our example only. When we are sweating and our atmosphere takes all our sweat, we feel cool, right? We do not feel hot. So why do we feel cool? Because the atmosphere along with the water vapor has taken latent heat of vaporization also with it. It is the same example which we had studied of earthen pots, right? I will explain you once again that earthen pots, what happens there it is. In hot summer days, you might have seen in various regions now also people use matka ka pani in hot summers. They drink matke ka pani. They say that it is cool. Why is it cool? Now matka has little pores in it. Now due to those small pores, when we store a lot of amount of water in it, very little amount of water keeps on evaporating through those pores. Okay, now when that water evaporates, we have studied that it carries latent heat of vaporization with it. Whenever liquid is converted into gas, latent heat of vaporization is lost, right? You can go back to my latent heat ka video and read it once again. You will understand that this thing. Okay, so it will take the latent heat of vaporization. Once it has taken heat along with it, what will be left? Cooler effect. The heat has gone, so it has cooling effect now present in it. Okay, so this is how cooling is caused by evaporation, because every time the evaporation will take all the particles, all the water vapor with it. The water vapor, when it will take, the water vapors will bring the heat also along with it, and thus it will give the cooling effect at last. There are many more examples also. I have not taken it here just because I will explain you that through questions, because those are very important from examination point of view. Now here I have covered all the content of the chapter. Still, if you want anything to be explained again, or have I missed anything, or anything you feel like it has to be covered, you can get me back through the comments. Okay, any doubt, please let me know. Thank you very much for watching my lessons. You can stay tuned for the questions answers round which I will be uploading after this. Thank you very much.